For 3,000 years, China has been defined by one monumental structure, the Great Wall, a magnificent wonder of the world. The wall has helped civilizations rise, dynasties dominate, and trade flourish, becoming the symbol of China's rich history, both ancient and modern. In a special aerial journey, we will fly along the length of the Great Wall, covering an astonishing 1,500 miles, following in the footsteps of emperors, soldiers, invaders, and traitors, to reveal how this remarkable structure helped shape one of history's greatest civilizations. From the Yellow Sea in the east to the far deserts of the west, our bird's-eye view will uncover China's hidden stories, from Genghis Khan to Kublai Khan, from Confucius to Mao. The Great Wall shows how China advanced to become a powerful superpower, destined to become the richest country on Earth. The Great Wall, built over 14 Chinese dynasties across almost 2,500 years, was designed to keep out Mongol invaders who constantly threatened successive generations. On our journey along the wall, we will travel 1,500 miles from the Yellow Sea in the east across northern China and through to the heart of the dragon in Jinbai, before reaching the western edge at the Gobi Desert. This is the same distance as traveling from London to Moscow. Our journey begins at Old Dragon's Head on the coast of the Yellow Sea, just 180 miles from Beijing. It's 5 o'clock a.m. on a summer morning, and local people are already out fishing, continuing a tradition passed down for centuries. In the 16th century, Japanese pirates raided this coastline, but the Ming Dynasty put a stop to these invasions. For 3 centuries, the mighty Ming Empire successfully kept China's borders secure. In the distance, you can see the starting point of the Great Wall, the iconic Old Dragon's Head, standing guard along the shore. Though the Great Wall may seem ageless, some parts of it are only 30 years old. The original section, built in 1579, was rebuilt in 1987 after the coastline was bombed in a trade dispute with Europe. Today, it's a popular tourist destination, with more and more Chinese tourists coming to celebrate their ancient heritage. Emperor Qin, who first united China and gave the country its name, once sought a mythical elixir of immortality here, though he never found it. Yet his legacy lives on through the Great Wall, a testament to China's rich history. From Old Dragon's Head, our journey will take us inland, over numerous mountain ranges just north of Beijing, and across the mighty Yellow River. We will follow the wall's path to the heart of the dragon at Jinbai, and eventually reach the westernmost point at Jiayuguan, where the wall ends in the Gobi Desert. As we continue our journey west, we pass through the lush green mountains of Gubei, just 85 miles north of Beijing. Here, 2 centuries ago, British Ambassador Earl George Macartney and his entourage camped and were astounded by the sight of the wall. The British Army engineer, Captain William Parrish, measured and painted a watercolor of the Great Wall, which was later reproduced across Europe, making it the first detailed depiction of the wall outside China. After leaving Gubei, we reach a section of the wall that has fallen into disrepair. Known as the Wild Wall, these parts of the Great Wall have suffered damage from nature and time, with stones crumbling away and blending into the landscape. Over the past 370 years, 1/3 of the Great Wall has been destroyed, primarily due to wars and revolution. In the 20th century, the wall also suffered from the destruction caused by wars, especially during the Japanese invasion of the 1930s. On our detour from the main wall, we travel to a remote section 400 miles northwest, near the border between China and Mongolia. This section represents the oldest remaining part of the Great Wall, a place few tourists ever visit. The wall here dates back over 2,300 years. Built by early Chinese kingdoms to protect against raiding Mongol horsemen, when Emperor Qin united China, he consolidated multiple walls into the first version of the Great Wall. Between 300 BC and 1644, more than a dozen Chinese dynasties constructed walls, creating a vast network of walls that stretched for 13,000 miles, half the circumference of the Earth. The most famous Mongol invader, Genghis Khan, managed to conquer China in the 13th century, and his descendants ruled the largest empire ever. The Mongol threat lingered for centuries, forcing the Ming Dynasty to fortify their borders and build the final, most extensive sections of the Great Wall, which reached 5,600 miles, nearly twice the width of the United States. We now move to the famous battling section of the Great Wall, which attracts millions of tourists every year. Located just 40 miles north of Beijing, battling is the most accessible part of the wall, thanks to a high-speed bullet train station. It was the first section to open to tourists in 1957, and its significance goes beyond just being a major tourist site. In 1972, US President Richard Nixon visited the Great Wall here, marking a pivotal moment in China's engagement with the outside world. The wall has become a symbol of China's grandeur and ambition, and it is now undergoing modernization, with plans for an underground bullet train station set to open in 2022. As we leave battling and continue westward, we encounter some of the most dramatic and perilous sections of the wall, perched on steep mountains over 1,000 meters above sea level. These sections are not as well known, but offer a more authentic experience of the Great Wall's true scale and purpose. Despite their remote location, they bear the marks of the dedication and sacrifice of the men and women who built them, often at great personal cost. During the Cultural Revolution, 1966 to 1976, the wall suffered neglect and even destruction, as Chairman Mao's campaign targeted the four olds: old customs, culture, habits, and ideas. Many sections of the wall were dismantled for their materials, highlighting the destructive consequences of rapid modernization. However, in recent years, conservation efforts have renewed focus on preserving the wall, using ancient building techniques, even incorporating sticky rice in the mortar. Our journey now takes us to the rural heartlands of China, where the Great Wall meets the countryside. Here, local farmers still live and work beside the wall, as their ancestors did centuries ago. These remote sections, largely untouched by tourism, provide a unique glimpse into the daily lives of those who once manned the wall's watchtowers. Despite China's rapid urbanization, the ancient agricultural practices and the resilience of these farming families remain unchanged. Finally, we come to a lesser-known but equally significant section of the wall, the rammed earth wall in Inner Mongolia. Though less celebrated, this section, made from compacted soil, demonstrates the diversity of construction techniques used in building the Great Wall. It offers a stark contrast to the more familiar stone sections, reminding us of the sheer scale and variety of this remarkable structure. As our journey through the Great Wall continues, we look forward to discovering new and lesser-known aspects of this ancient monument, from the historic Yellow River to the tragic disaster that killed nearly 2 million Chinese, reminding us of the wall's role in shaping China's past and its future. It sounds like you've provided a detailed transcript or summary of a documentary about the Great Wall of China, highlighting its historical significance, the various dynasties that influenced its construction and defense, and how it reflects the culture and evolution of China. This journey traces the wall's origins, from its construction with compacted earth to its role in trade, military defense, and political change. It also touches on the influence of the Mongol Empire, the Ming Dynasty's innovations in defense, and how the Great Wall symbolized both protection and cultural clash throughout history. What aspects of this story do you find most interesting or significant? Would you like to explore a particular part in more detail?